I'm kinda hungry. So instead of eating food, I'm gonna torture myself by looking at some cool food collabs in gaming. I figure it's only right that we start off this video by looking at one of the OGs. So let's go back to 1994 when Sega and Coca-Cola dropped the Japan exclusive Coca-Cola Game Gear. They even made a video game that came bundled with it called Coca-Cola Kid, a platformer developed by Aspect who worked on several of the Game Gear and Master System Sonic games. I've talked about this thing in a previous video, but I just had to mention it here. The cherry red color scheme is so slick, and the blue start button really pops too. Sega's mascot Sonic the Hedgehog has had numerous collaborations with food brands over the years, including one that happened only a few months ago in the United States. Sonic did a collaboration with IHOP, the pancake restaurant. Apparently, it gave you a discount if you used a special code, and they had 6 meals based off of 6 of the Sonic characters. They also encouraged you to dine Sonic style by ordering a side of onion rings, obviously in reference to the gold rings in Sonic games. The first item is the Knuckles Chicken Sandwich. Get it? Knuckles Sandwich. There was also the Sonic's Blue Blur Special, which is a stack of blueberry pancakes. Next is Tails' 2x2x2, a combo of 2 eggs, 2 pancakes, and 2 pieces of sausage or bacon, which is pretty clever since Tails has, well, 2 tails. Next, we've got the Dr. Eggman's Benedict, a pun on Eggs Benedict, pretty obvious wordplay there. After that is Amy's Sweet Strawberry Delight, which makes sense because Amy likes sweet things, and her theme song is called My Sweet Passion. Sweet, sweet, you're so sweet. And finally, the Shadows Chaos Chocolate Pancakes, a stack of 4 chocolate chip pancakes. Count 'em, 4.
Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?
I know that couldn't have been a coincidence. The only thing that kind of ruins this is that I realized that these meals weren't exclusive new items that they just made for the Sonic characters in this promotion. No, all of these meals are just regular IHOP menu items. It's not a big deal, it just makes the event feel a little bit less special. Oh, and there were also these Sonic-themed IHOP gift cards. By ordering food from IHOP, you could earn special coins to unlock some cool Sonic stuff. With enough coins, you could even redeem full copies of games, including Sonic Origins Plus, Sonic Frontiers, and Sonic Superstars. Although, in order to earn enough coins to get this stuff, you'd have to order like $200 worth of food. The highlight of this promotion was a special skin you could redeem with coins, a Waitress Amy skin. I gotta admit, this is pretty cute. Unfortunately, you can't get any of this stuff anymore because the promotion is over. Also, for some reason, the Amy skin and the copies of the game weren't available for PC, only PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. Speaking of Xbox, do you all remember last year in 2023 when Xbox collaborated with Oreo to release the Oreo-shaped Xbox Series S? Yes, people, this is not a joke. It's a white Xbox Series S inside this enclosure that looks like Oreos dunked in milk. They even had an Oreo-themed controller to go along with it. This thing looks completely ridiculous, but honestly, that's what makes it so incredible. They held a contest in the UK and Ireland for people to win one of these things. Apparently, there were only 3 of them being given away, so these consoles are actually quite rare. Hopefully they release more of these things in the future, even though I'd never buy one. Microsoft has done multiple collabs with Oreos, like when they made Oreos with Xbox designs on them, so I don't think it's impossible to see the Oreo Xbox come back. But hey, while we're talking about Microsoft stuff, let's talk about the time Call of Duty collaborated with Little Caesars Pizza. Like the Oreo Xbox, this event also started back in 2023. This was an event for the US, Mexico, and Canada, where if you ordered $3 or more worth of pizza from Little Caesars, you could get a code to unlock special items in the 2023 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. On your second qualifying purchase, you got a special Little Caesars themed skin with their famous tagline, "Hot and Ready," on the front of the skin. You know, if you really like Little Caesars, then hey, maybe this could have been cool for you. You want to know another pizza restaurant that did a collab with a video game series? Pizza Hut back in 2021 when they did a collaboration with Pac-Man. They even had special pizza boxes with Pac-Man mazes on them. There was even a QR code on the box, and by scanning it with your phone, you could play an augmented reality version of Pac-Man on your phone. Even if it was just the box, it would have been a neat little collector's item, but you could even play a version of Pac-Man on your phone as an added bonus. That's really cool. By sharing your score in the game on Twitter, you could enter a sweepstakes for a chance to win a custom arcade 1-up Pac-Man arcade cabinet. Not gonna lie, this cabinet actually looks pretty cool. The icing on the cake of this collab is that the collab actually makes a lot of sense, as the inspiration for Pac-Man was a pizza with a slice taken out of it. All in all, this is a really nice collab for the 80s gaming icon. Speaking of the 80s, back in 1988, Nintendo and Ralston Purina collaborated to make the Nintendo Cereal System, a box of breakfast cereal with 2 bags inside, one based on Super Mario Bros. And one based on The Legend of Zelda. The Mario side was fruity flavored, and the Zelda side was berry flavored. This is a really cool idea. You get 2 cereals in one. Just like a gaming console can play multiple games, this Nintendo Cereal System has multiple types of cereal. The cereal box even had some tips for some Mario and Zelda games on it. There were apparently several different variations of these boxes. There was one that came included with a few of these trading cards called Nintendo Power Cards. There were 12 in total. There was one that came with a free Mario or Zelda pinball game. Another one had one of 4 Nintendo stickers inside, and potentially the box could have a certificate to win a Power Glove, a special controller for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Another one had a promotion with a chance to win a whole Nintendo Entertainment System. There was one really cool one with a holographic picture on the front of the box. Unfortunately, even all of these years later, I've yet to find a place that accurately lists all of the different variant boxes and their differences. There was another cool Nintendo breakfast collab when Nintendo teamed up with Kellogg's in the year 2000 to release Pokemon Pop-Tarts. There was this one that was wild cherry flavored with yellow frosting, and it had Pokemon themed sprinkles. The Pokemon included as sprinkles were Charmander, Poliwrath, Chansey, and of course Pikachu. I'm not really sure why they went with those 4. I mean, Pikachu and Charmander, those are understandable, they're both starters, and Pikachu is the mascot for the franchise, but Poliwrath and Chansey? I mean, you could maybe make an argument for Chansey since it did have a prominent role as Nurse Joy's Pokemon in the anime, but I wouldn't exactly call either of those 2 super iconic Pokemon. If they really wanted to use a pink Pokemon, they should have just chosen Jigglypuff, and if they wanted something blue, just go for Squirtle. Those 2 are way more iconic. I guess it would have left out Bulbasaur as the only starter not included, but hey, that's life, buddy. On the back of the box, they teased another Pokemon and Pop-Tarts collab coming out later that year. There weren't any sprinkles or any new flavors for these boxes, they were just regular old Pop-Tart flavors. Poliwrath for brown sugar cinnamon, Charmander for strawberry, and Chansey for s'mores flavor. The only one that really makes sense is Charmander for strawberry. I don't really get Poliwrath or Chansey's flavors. I couldn't find any pictures of these boxes except for the one with Charmander on it. Each box came with a mini figurine of one of those 3 Pokemon. Considering one of the early gimmicks of Pokemon was to catch 'em all, having to collect these 3 figurines actually makes sense. We've talked about Nintendo, Microsoft, and heck, even Sega, so I guess it's only fair that I mention Sony and a collaboration that they did back in 2023 with the British grocery company Ocado, where they released the PlayStation Pasta. It was a bag of pasta with the pieces of pasta being shaped like the triangle, square, X, and O buttons on the PlayStation controllers. This is so random that I really don't know what to say. I mean, to be fair, I did talk about the Xbox Oreo console, but I kind of get that because Oreos are a dessert food. And stereotypically, gamers eat a lot of just sugary, sweet junk, but pasta? What am I supposed to do with that? Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. I think I've tortured myself long enough by talking about food for this whole video. So, thanks for watching, y'all, and have a great rest of your day.